Hi guys, my name is Esty Elias, host of Keeping Up With The Chaldeans. Today we have my co-host Anthony Toma. We have Rana Gulli, our awesome guest, here to talk about her business Waffle Way. She's one of the only Chaldean female streamers that I know since we just talked. And we're also going to talk about her amazing weight loss journey because I think it's super interesting. And your recent engagement.
Yes.
That's the fun part.
Yes, of course.
So yeah, we're just chatting it up and would love to just have you tell us about your story and like where you're at with your business right now.
Sure. Okay, so I started in 2018. We have just been, we've been on the same pace that we were on, in 2018, but we've just added.
We're talking about Waffle Way, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
I'm still doing the catering the same way I was. I've kind of separated some things on the menus and tried to change things up with adding things, and we've just kind of been going with the catering and doing.
Like what? Like what did you change, or what do you do? Talk about what Waffle Way is first, and where you actually people will find you.
Okay.
And that way that people understand that didn't see the first episode of.
Yes. Okay, that's why. Okay. So Waffle Way started in 2018. It's a catering company. We do dessert bars for weddings, birthday parties, graduations, whatever you can basically have, corporate events. So we basically do a customized dessert bar with any sort of toppings that you want, sauces, and oh my God.
How did you come up with the idea for waffles?
I've always been a decorative person when it comes to like desserts and things like that. Once I got like a niche as like, okay, waffles go well with everything, just like ice cream goes well with everything.
Like HP.
Correct. It just goes with everything. So it was easy for me to build the business, customizing it, just because it's so versatile. It goes with everything. I also have like a corn dog waffle that has like a hot dog inside made with like corn dog batter, and then like pizza waffles with cheese inside. These are all different batters, but it being in a waffle form is what makes it, our brand.
I've definitely seen like your business and I thought it was so unique.
Thank you.
I've never seen it done before. So when you were younger, did you ever think you were going to get into the culinary field or the food industry?
My mom will tell you yes, because I always loved to bake. I'm not as, for me, I don't like sweets. Like, I'm not a sweets person, but I just love the creativeness of baking and just being able to put all these flavors together and just make something out of it. Make something out of, like, just a waffle. You get what I'm saying?
How did you know this was going to be successful?
I didn't. I will say I didn't. When I started, I basically was just like, okay, I'm gonna have like 1 or 2 events a month, maybe make $1,000 a month extra in it. And like the first event I did was for Heidi Denha. She had a party at her store. She let me come and do them for free, which I'm still till this day grateful for. And her having such like a good following, and then she had other influencers there like Sarah Hermes that were posting me, and bookings just started like within the next week, and from there the business just, I wasn't prepared for what it became the first year.
That's amazing.
So it was amazing, and it like I was in shock, but I also couldn't handle that. You know what I mean? I brought on my little cousins who were gonna work, and that was also tough for me. I had to learn how to deal with employees. That was my toughest thing with Waffle Way, was managing employees. I feel like I got it down maybe a lot better now than I did before. Like I said, it started off with cousins. So for me, it was like anything was just, we just talked, however.
Have managing experience before.
None whatsoever.
It is one of the hardest parts of business, managing people.
It really is. I had so much trial and error, and then I will say now, because of the way I've just changed how I've spoken to my employees, or how like there's now like incentives, and just being more focused on the reason, like the fact that they're the reason why I can take all the parties that I take.
Yeah.
I respect them for that, and they deserve to be treated well. So I mean,
you're talking about your employees.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have a team of like 10. They're
Amazing.
they're like high school, getting out of high school, starting college, and I have a great relationship with all of them. I have a pretty solid team right now. I will say it took 3.5 years for me to know how to like manage them correctly, and reading books, and just because I knew that was my like weak spot in my business was I need my employees, but I didn't know how to manage.
Yeah.
So over time, I learned. I feel like now we just, they know what they're supposed to do. I don't have to tell anybody what to do.
Nice.
They're there on time, and everything goes well,
So at the events, it's waffles on a stick, right?
Correct.
So that's what you're seeing at weddings, and I'm sure everyone's
Yes.
already seen it by now that that's out here. So you had a lull in business during COVID, obviously, and then you picked up something else.
Yes. During COVID, I had to find a way to survive. Like, I legit, like, business was dead. All the parties that I had were canceled. Yeah. And not even rescheduling. Like, people want their deposits back. And it was just, like, on top of, like, the money I was going to lose. Like, you had to lose the deposits.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Yeah.
But I dropped my price to where, like, okay, this is enough where people can be like, okay, that's worth bringing them. Everyone's doing these drive-bys. Why not have Waffle Way handing people in the cars their waffles?
Creative.
Which is what, that was all I could do. That was the only thing I could do. That and the gift baskets.
Yeah.
I had to figure it out. Like,
You had to pivot.
Yeah, exactly. I had to pivot, and yeah, I wasn't making as much money as I would have made had
The $3
COVID.
million a year you're making now.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't.
Waffle entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. I didn't, get that opportunity, but I had to make the best out of what we were given, and if it meant dropping my prices to where I could at least make $100 off this party, I had to do what I had to do.
Right.
But I will say it was hard coming back and trying to get your prices back to where they were when things got back to normal.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
A lot of people were like, well, my cousin paid $300 at this time, and I'm just like, things went up since COVID happened, and now that parties are open, we're back to our regular stuff. That was,
Supply and
COVID
demand.
discount.
If they don't understand supply
exactly,
and
it was a
demand.
COVID discount,
Yeah.
and well, people do understand it. Some people just choose not to
Well, that's
acknowledge it.
fine.
Choose a different customer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing.
You could just send him the sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
No waffle.
The sticks are expensive.
Wait, so had you seen this product before? Because I had never seen like a waffle.
I
stick.
did. In Vegas.
Nice.
I saw it like a while ago, and honestly, when I was familiar with it in 2015,
Nice.
and me and my cousin actually did it. She wasn't too crazy about the idea. She didn't really.
Wow.
It wasn't her thing, which is, it's fine. She ended up selling, and to somebody else, they didn't care for it either.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to a point where I was just like, this needs to come back. Like, we don't have this here, and.
You revived the waffle.
Yeah, I rebranded. I did everything different. I did things my way, and it ended up doing pretty well.
That's
so
amazing. So how many events do you have per month?
I will say for the month, it varies. Like, if I'm gonna talk about my like busy months, like June, July, I would say like 30 to 40.
That's amazing.
But once we slow down, it's just like that's just it was like that one time. But
Like your average for the year, you'd want like 100 or 150.
yeah, that would be.
That's not a lot.
It's
Out of 30
slow
to
in the
30.
busy.
So, like, January, for example, I have,
Yeah.
like, 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
February,
yeah,
I'll have,
yeah.
like, 2.
Frozen waffles.
That's what I'm saying. At that point, it's like, we can't work outside. That's when I have to target the corporate events in the
Yep.
winter, because those are
Smart.
the only things that don't stop. You know what I mean?
Make like holiday-themed ones. I'm sure you do.
Yes, I definitely
Christmas
do.
waffles.
I try... Look, for the time that I have, I try my best to... Because it's just me. I'm the only owner, so it's like every responsibility falls on me. If I don't make that post for Christmas, it's my responsibility.
Yeah.
I have to be on top of my stuff, and if with more consistency and all that, I'll be able to target more of those businesses.
Well, if
during
you have
the
a
winter.
crew of 10, why don't you make it part of their responsibility to post while they're at the event?
So I want to find as many ways to make my employees money as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell them, hey, if you know this person that needs to have a party and you're recommending us, I'll give you a kickback for that.
Oh,
like,
that's
that
nice.
was my way of, like, trying to, like, Waffle Way slows down, and then they're out of work too. They're young. So I'm like, you guys can go and tell people about this company and tell them like what we offer, whatever, advertise, get the parties, you get your kickback. That's like, that was my way of.
Use the code Keeping Up with the Chaldeans and she'll give us a kickback.
10% to us.
Yeah, of course.
50%.
Okay, so tell us what your 3 favorite flavors are.
So I just incorporated cinnamon roll, baklava. These are my 3 top. Cinnamon roll.
I saw your baklava.
Yeah.
I saw your baklava.
That one's like one of my favorites.
That
it's
little
so
syrupy sauce you did.
My mom makes that from scratch, believe it or not.
Cool.
So you brought up your mom, and I don't mean to interrupt, but you kept talking about how this started. And did your mom buy you the first waffle?
My mom did buy me my first waffle maker. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, she deserves all the credit in the world. I was like, Mom, I really want to do this. I haven't worked in so long. Like, can you help me out? And she gave me her credit card. She's like, just do it. Do what you got to do. And like a week after I got the machine, I did my first event. And from there, I was just, I'm so in debt to her because even till this day, she still is like running shit. Like full on. Like she's just.
She's a boss.
Yeah, she is. Like, she'll be telling me, like, tell your employees this. Tell your employees they need to put this like that. And I'm just like, Mom, like, you're in charge. We know. Like,
you could have a co-CEO.
I know. She deserves it. She really does because the business isn't moving without her. And then, you know, like, she's always on the back end.
Let's get back to her baklava syrup.
Yes. Cinnamon roll is our #1 flavor right now. It's like, I use this, like, it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cereal?
It's this like spread.
Okay.
And it goes really well on the waffle, especially when it comes out hot and you put it on, it like melts right on. And then the baklava waffle is like one of our top as well.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like a really big hit at communions.
How'd you come up with that flavor?
The pistachio sauce was like a new thing that I was seeing, and I was like, you know, I was bringing on all these different sauces, so I'm searching all day dessert sauces for ice cream, like, you know, because waffles isn't as common as like trying to find a topping for ice cream. So all day I'm searching, this pistachio sauce pops up, I order it, I have my parents try it because I'm like, maybe they'll have a better idea on how like a pistachio would taste. And my mom's like, this is missing shira. And I was like, okay, you know, so that's how I made it. I want to eventually incorporate like little crunchy like phyllo dough on top. That's like, I want to do it. It's just right now, I have to do like one thing at a time. I have to move at the slowest pace. Like, that's not just for that flavor, like for all the other flavors that I have. Like, I wanna do everything at my pace. Like, I'm not in competition with anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
that's cool.
I have to move as fast as I can move.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your 3rd one? We got cinnamon, baklava.
My 3rd, Biscoff.
Nice.
That's my favorite. The airplane cookies. Like every time someone's like, "What's Biscoff?" I'm like, "You ever been on a Delta flight? The little cookies they give you."
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah. So those are my top 3. I always recommend them. I'm not really like a chocolate.
You still do the baskets, gift baskets? Because I know no more.
I don't because
okay. We don't care. You know,
I will say why. Look,
Go ahead.
The reason why I mean I want to do it. Like I would love to sit and like make these all day, but it was inconsistent. Like I would give like my whole day to like being able to prepare these when I'm like, okay, I can go get a job while I'm sitting here, and which I did do. I went and started doing mortgages, but I stopped doing them just because I think that when you're doing these baskets, it's very important to like be able to customize them and do like
for sure
toppers and cards and all that. And like for me, it's very tedious too. Like using a Cricut machine is very tedious work. Yeah. I personally I could save a ton of money by making them myself, but I don't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just truly don't want to. So that's why I stopped them. I do plan on bringing them back when I'm more ready and available for them. I just know like, okay, if I'm not going to deliver 1,000% and give it my all, it's not worth having.
Why don't you look for like a third party?
What do you mean?
So a third party to kind of facilitate them and make them and send them off. You just facilitate the orders.
To be honest with you, to keep them at a price, I would have to raise the price, and then for people,
people
so
want
you
them.
say so what?
If they don't want them, then they don't make them. That's all.
Think about all the.
You're right.
Events are your.
You know why? Because it's your choice.
I've just because I've been for having this business for 3.5 years. I have sat and thought of every possible way I can expand.
Yeah, so
just because I'm on a budget with everything, because I'm the only person that's investing in the company.
Yeah.
So I have to think of what can I do with what I have in front of me.
For sure.
That's one thing, like, yes, I could make money off of it, but I'm not doing it correctly right now, so I have to revisit it
Gotcha.
later on. You know what I mean? I rather revisit.
Integrity. You got integrity.
Exactly. I don't want to sell something at that price when I don't personally.
How much are baskets? Like $100?
No, not even.
$7,000.
Not even.
Yeah.
They're like, I was really like, I got to a point, I'm like, let me just do the waffles individually, like for $4 each or $3.50 each. It's still like, to me,
they're best fresh.
Oh,
exactly.
It'll come.
Exactly.
Best fresh.
And you're right, it will come.
Yeah.
But it is best fresh. And like, imagine somebody getting that box from whoever, and that's their first time trying it, and like,
it's not what
it's not really what it
like a
looked
pancake package.
It's exactly. I have to, you got to be honest with your business in some aspects. Like, if that doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I don't want to sell something that people don't feel like they got their money's worth.
Maybe what if you did deliver them fresh? That's like a whole other business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's something I want to revisit. That's like part of something I want to revisit. Like, I have to expand in some way to where that would be easy to do all day. Like, it can't be where I'm like so stressed out and like this isn't working, that's not working, and I'm always going back and forth. When I come back, I'm gonna like come correct with it, and like it's gonna be one way and packaged one way, and like it's a process.
I love that. So I want to mention, because before this conversation I learned so much about you and I could not believe all the things that you do. So tell us about. We love Waffle Way. You guys can book her. Obviously, she's an amazing entrepreneur and delivers a great product. And look her up on, is it Instagram?
Instagram, thewaffleway.com.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So exciting. She has her amazing team now that will come and set it up and have a great experience. So, okay, tell us about how you got into streaming.
Okay.
You're you're kind of like a gamer.
Yes.
That's what you were telling us all about.
I've been gaming since I was a kid. I've always been obsessed with my older brother and everything he did. Like, it was my mom's worst nightmare. Like, she wanted me to be everything like my sister, but I was just overly obsessed with my brother.
You have to explain gaming to us older folks.
I started off on PlayStation when I was a kid. I play Call of Duty. I'm sure if you have kids, you're familiar with the game. But I was just always into gaming. It was always like an escape for me. Like, that was my therapy. And I took a break. I felt like I was like too old for it by the time I got like 17, 18. So like,
you got done with arguing with 8 and 9-year-olds.
Yeah, man. I was always
cussing them out.
I was getting brutally attacked by kids all day, and I was a kid myself, getting called a boy. Like, it was just, it was, it was whatever. I grew out of it. Then I got back into gaming in like maybe when I was like 22, 23, kind of when I started Waffle Way, because on my downtime when I wasn't working, this was like what I was doing. And then I started to get good during COVID. Like, I was always like okay, but like I started to get like actually like I want to say on a almost like professional level once COVID hit, and I was like more impressed with my gaming. So I'm like, I need to stream this. My squad was so entertaining. We were just like funny all the time. And
what's a squad?
The people I used to play with. So I don't know if whoever's familiar with like Warzone knows it's a squad of 4 people. We just all play one game versus 100 other people.
Nice.
So we were just always, I was playing so much during COVID, like 12 hours a day, that I was just like, this needs to go into something. I bought all the equipment, the cheapest equipment I could find. Literally set my stream up. Everyone's on PC. I only had an Xbox. So I set up my laptop to like play OBS, and I ended up starting my stream just using my little webcam from my laptop. My MacBook, my mom bought me as well.
So, go mom, what's her name?
Amani, my mom's the best.
Amani?
She bought it for
Shout out to Amani.
She bought it for me for Christmas. That's how I started my stream. Thanks to her for buying me that laptop.
I love her.
I love her too.
So explain the business side of streaming.
So when I started the stream, you don't make any money.
Okay.
You're just kind of there, and Twitch is just like, what can you do? Well, what can you bring,
What's Twitch?
Twitch is the platform that you stream on. Okay. You can stream on Twitch, you can stream on YouTube Gaming, you can stream on Facebook Gaming. I've streamed on all of them. Yeah. I've stuck to Twitch the most for whatever reason. But with Twitch, you don't make money right away, but you have to build up that following, which I did eventually do, and then they moved me up to affiliate, which I've kind of been stuck at just because, like, I was mentioning to you guys, I took my little break from streaming. But
because of what?
So a lot of people know, like, I was, like, bigger in the past.
Oh.
And when I started streaming, I was probably at my heaviest weight. And
Which was?
like a little over 200 pounds.
I was shocked to hear that this girl you said you lost 90 pounds in like the past 2 years.
Yeah, 90 pounds.
That's incredible.
So
wow.
When I started streaming, I was at my heaviest, and like Xbox in general, gaming in general is just like a violent place.
Wow.
Like I've
it's a war zone.
It really is a war
Yeah.
zone. Exactly. I
Literally.
heard the worst things said to me. Like,
wow, it's sad.
It is.
Bullying.
I was very, very bullied.
Aww.
I tried to play through it because I'm just like, whatever. I've always heard these comments. They don't bother me, but like,
Yeah.
they don't stop.
Wow.
So I got to a point where I'm
So
just
many
like,
of them.
I thought the Chaldean community was tough.
no.
Twitch.
You're out there trying to kill them.
Exactly. That was a big thing too.
Yeah.
I was always winning, so it's just like, okay, this
Wow.
girl's fat and she's on Twitch. Like, let me just attack. And it was, I mean, think about
What
it.
do they
Pictures-
look like?
I swear
Were they
when
all
they
just
would
skinny?
and when you do see them, because some of them will go on your Instagram, then you'll see like what account. And I'm just like, oh hell no! Like I know you weren't talking, but I took a break from streaming because it was literally putting me in such a dark place
Wow.
with like the comments and stuff, and that was like a little taste of like what an outsider's opinion. I can't imagine what famous people go through, honestly.
I
yeah.
know,
Like
right?
that was this much of a taste of it.
I don't look
Well,
at the
you were
comments
famous
on-
to them, right?
I mean, they knew, like, I didn't have the biggest Twitch following, but, like, to them, I wasn't someone they knew, so it's, like,
Yeah. How big was your follow? How big is it?
I'm still in the hundreds. Like,
Okay.
it's, to me, I mean, not to me, but in general, like, it's more the viewers.
Like 100,000 or
No,
100?
no, hundreds.
Okay.
Hundreds. But, like, it's, like, the viewers you get when people are on your Twitch, they don't always follow you, it is what it is, but...
Mm-hmm.
I needed that mental break just
Yeah.
because I was like always attacked.
Did you put like BRB, gonna go lose weight?
I just legit shut down. Everything was shut down, and then
Poor thing.
I ended up moving and I built out a new stream room. I'm like, I don't want this to go to waste. I was playing in it for a month. I'm like, I gotta get back on. I got back on after I didn't even mention this. Like while I stopped streaming, because of all the hate comments, it was just getting to me so bad. I like went on a very, very strict diet. That's when my weight loss started.
It's crazy.
It was literally on a water and like cheese diet.
Oh my god.
And because like I couldn't even stomach like eating after reading those
Yeah.
comments. Like it really was affecting me like so bad.
Yeah.
So like you felt guilty eating after that.
Wow.
It was the worst feeling.
That's sad.
But you
It is
turned a
sad.
negative situation into a positive because I'm sure you feel a lot healthier now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly, thank you to everyone who's called me fat.
Thanks
Like,
to
I
all the
really appreciate-
haters.
But I will say, I mean, that's what kickstarted it. There was no surgery. There was no, anything. I didn't do anything to make my weight loss start. You know what I mean? Other than legit just this happening to me, and I had to make a change. Now when people are on my stream, it's a whole different vibe. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's just so cool and nice. And, like, that was, I think, the best thing I took from it was, like, seeing what kind of people I can attract without attracting those kinds of people to come, like, attack. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But you haven't changed as a person. You're still sweet. You're still
Yeah.
humble.
You're
still
gorgeous.
badass.
Thank you.
And so internally, you're the same person, right? So it's kind of a shame that people treat people just because of the way they look one way or the other.
You know
I mean,
what?
I think it's more a reflection on them
Absolutely.
than on you.
And I agree.
Or anyone out there.
And I agree, but I will say, like, the weight loss just helped me gain confidence in, like, what I allow and what I don't allow.
Yeah.
And how I react to how people treat me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it was about, like, me being, like, bigger, but I was, like, always scared to stand up for myself.
Oh wow.
I don't know what it was. Like, it was just, like, something that, like, held me down from always standing up for myself, even though I did in certain ways, not to the extent that I will now. Like, now I won't allow shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now it's just, like, there's a fine line of where you can, like, cross my boundaries. And
Yeah.
it's, like, and it comes from a place of me just never being able to set that because I was held back by something that shouldn't have held me back from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now that you mention that, I think during and I might be wrong about this, but I think during our first podcast, I think you said something about being a feminist.
Yes.
And then I kind of refuted that.
Yes.
And then you didn't even stand up for yourself.
Correct. But
so now you can fuck me up.
Listen. I have my views
Yeah.
on certain things that I just won't speak on. Like but I will say, I remember that, Anthony, and I literally held it against you for so long.
I would have punched him.
But my opinion
Yeah.
still stands. Like, I still believe that women get mistreated.
So true.
Look, you find
So
now that
true.
there's a female here.
That's why I brought it up.
People treat me versus
That's why
you.
I brought it up.
I'm telling you, I have been
Yeah.
taken advantage of. The first guy who built me a website got down on me for $6,000. I swear till this day, I don't know how I've
I know.
not done anything. It's a thing that men do. Like, they have the upper hand when it comes to things in business.
It's hard
and
to be a woman in business.
It is. It's very hard. And any woman who's a business owner, I give them the most credit because it's not easy.
So does your view or point of view on all of the being taken advantage of stuff, has that changed now that you've been in business for so long and that you're a seasoned businesswoman now?
I think now I analyze situations for so long, since I have been like screwed over or burned so many times. I analyze a situation so long where if I feel like it is going sour, because I knew when things were going sour in the past, I just didn't speak up.
Oh,
It's not good. And on top of that, you have, I'm sorry, but there's men in this community who are going to take full advantage of a young girl who will do whatever it takes and take those last $2,000 out of their business to go build that website or go get that whatever it is or whatever they need. They don't care. That's to them.
Don't you think it works both ways?
How so?
Younger women taking advantage of older men.
I wish I knew.
That's not my department.
I know. But yeah, right. No, I get it.
But for those girls, there's karma for a reason.
Yeah, no
but
doubt.
for me, I'm just here trying to get like stuff for my business.
Yeah, I get it.
And I'm trying to support other people in our community.
I did the same, and I got burned by a Chaldean guy.
And you want to know what's crazy?
So maybe these are just assholes.
Can I just say something? And I might get
mine was 6,000 too.
I might get some shit for it.
$6,000 men are.
Mine was 6,000 too.
You're both pieces of shit.
Yeah, you.
I hired them because they were Chaldean guy. I was trying to be supportive, and then
I
Can I
respect
just say, the people who have like gotten down on me are the most like silver spoon people in the community. And let me.
Oh, I thought this guy was the nicest guy too.
Let me explain. When I say silver spoon, like, they didn't have to work for a damn thing. So to them, getting down on somebody and making that $6,000 is them making their own money because daddy's been giving them their money their whole lives. So that's their way of like, I made this money myself. I don't care how I got it, but my dad didn't give it to me.
Yeah, this time.
I'm sorry, like, that's just what it is. And if you feel offended, then you need to self-reflect.
Yeah.
This is getting.
No, but the problem is.
Hot and heavy.
The problem is, so it's like, okay, then to not get taken advantage of, like, you could be tough or whatever, and then like guys will think you're a bitch, and it's like, where's like the happy medium?
Better to be called a bitch than a sucker.
Say exactly. I'd rather be a bitch than a sucker. If you feel like me, I am. Let me tell you something. Nowadays, I'm strictly business. I don't need the small talk when I'm paying you for something.
Yeah.
There's no small talk. Like like this is what I need. Just do it or.
I know.
Go. Yeah. That's how it needs to be for every female. And I get comments for that, like, why are you like that? Why do you talk? But it's just like, do your job.
Yeah.
Let me pay you to do your job, and there's not going to be an issue. Like, there won't be an issue. Just do what you were paid to do.
Yeah.
There doesn't need to be a relationship. There doesn't need to be a friendship. It's strictly business with me now.
I respect
You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Like,
wait, but what about with your marketing guy?
She just put me on the spot.
I thought it would be a good segue.
That was the best. She trapped me there. Okay.
No, you didn't do anything. You were being professional.
For 2 years. So Freddie has been doing my marketing for 2 years, okay?
He marketed himself to you.
I came across him when he first started out, and he was just like making videos for fun. He's like, yeah, I'll come make this video for you for free. He never...
Free.
But, like, that was because he was starting out. He was trying to test out his work. The same way, like, when I was starting Waffle Way, I came and did events for free. So, he he did the first video. There was nothing there. When I tell you, it was the most driest, like, it was the driest, like, encounter ever.
Oh, wow.
And I booked him a couple times after. He came to, like, weddings I did. We were always on the most professional.
You thought nothing of it?
Nothing of it, ever.
Did you think he was cute?
I always thought he was cute.
Oh, that's good.
But, like...
What did he...
But your
like,
professionalism that you built.
What's
He
his
just
side of
was
the
not
story?
dry.
Like, what's his side of the story? Was he
asked
doing
him.
this for, like, to get...
He claims, he's like...
What do you mean he claims? That he's not being honest?
Wait, no. Let me rephrase that. So I asked him, I'm just like, so explain to me, like, what took you so long to, like, hit on me?
Yeah.
And he's just like, what did he say? He's just like, I found the right time. Look, and by the way, I booked him for 4th of July last year. He still didn't, like, he hit on me, but, like, he still didn't, like, it's not like we started texting after.
Okay, yeah. What was the shift?
We sat at a wedding 3 weeks after. We sat next to each other at a wedding. Like, legit, our seats were right next to each other.
Randomly or?
Yes, randomly.
Oh, that's weird.
So,
Who's wedding?
Brandon Jarbo.
Okay.
You know, the DJ.
Did he know that
He knows we all know each other.
So
he knows we all work together.
So it
like,
happened. It wasn't like
yes, it wasn't.
crazy
sorry,
luck.
No, it wasn't luck, but it was just random because
Yeah.
we all were in the same group. We both had Freddie doing our videos, but then he was leaving the wedding early. He came up to me while I was eating, and he's just like, "You look good," and like laughed. Like that was like it.
Your
and
heart drop.
I was just like, "You don't talk to me. Like, where did this come from?" And then from there, we started texting, and it was a slow process, but timing is everything. Like, it ended up working out.
Yeah.
How did you change that relationship from? Were you like?
Good job, Freddie.
The waffles. Wait, that's so cute because if you never started Waffle Way, you wouldn't have met him.
I swear. Wow, I never thought about
waffles
that.
should be so important
It's
to you.
that waffle maker your mama got you.
Yeah, thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
Mom, I love you. She loves him too.
Aww.
So if I tell her that, she's gonna be like, "Yeah, it was all because of me."
Now you have to
Let her get the
you have to
credit.
start doing ring-shaped waffles.
Oh my gosh.
Diamond-shaped waffles.
Where am I gonna find a mold for that?
Yeah, right.
That's
so
exhausting.
Cute. Okay, so you guys started dating like a year ago, and then
we were like talking, and then when we started dating, we were like official like a few months later, and we kind of just like hit the ground running. Like we became best friends right away. It was just.
Did you know he was gonna propose?
Yeah, I did.
I have to say, that's another whole other topic. I don't know if I love how everyone knows they're gonna get proposed to these days.
Here's the thing. I knew I was getting engaged.
You don't want to be her to say no. Like you got.
But they pick out the ring. They get the dress, and they book the Shenandoah like before they even get. Like, come on, like where's the romance, people?
I think it's cute to know when you're getting engaged, just not knowing the day.
Okay.
But like
having your white outfits ready.
But obviously, when you're inviting a bunch of people to a party that same day, somebody's gonna slip up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
so
multiple somebody.
A lot of people don't slip up sometimes too.
To the guys out there that are trying to do the surprise angle or whatever, is it appropriate to use a fake ring and then have her pick out the ring so you don't mess up? So
we don't.
If you're trying,
so where's the surprise? How are you gonna be surprised?
If you're trying to surprise,
yeah, how do you ask? How do you surprise without
like,
going through the ring picking
people buy
process?
like just a gold band.
That's what my sister and her husband did.
Okay, but so if for the guys out there that are trying to pop the question, it's appropriate to go buy the gold band.
Yeah.
Depends on.
And
I think your girl should like love you enough. Just joking. A gold band is fine.
I'm literally kidding.
Yeah.
But it was just because I'm thinking in my case, like we went and picked it out, so I can't imagine, like, you know what I mean? But for like my sister who didn't know, that was to her, like, she loved it, and I thought it was really cute too. It's a good. If you're trying to, the surprise is like so important that like it's gonna make up for you not getting your ring right away. You guys go ring shopping, you get it.
Yeah, you'll get it.
It's.
You must pay Freddie pretty good.
Dang, that's a lot of waffles. And
that's a lot of waffles.
You guys,
that's a lot of editing there.
You guys, we stopped paying. We got to finally, just get some marketing and.
It's free now.
You got your free. When you're doing your expenses, your marketing,
cross up. No, I'm just joking. I don't take advantage of him because I know, like, let me tell you something. I see how his clients are with him.
Yeah.
Which I will say, like.
What's the name of his company?
Yeah.
Let's plug him.
Well, he's just Freddie Made It. Freddie Made It on Instagram.
Freddie Made It?
Yeah, he's more of like an editor.
Actually, we probably could use him one day.
Oh yeah,
Freddie
definitely.
Made It.
Freddie he loves it. But I see how his clients are.
Yeah.
Which, like, by the way, I see you guys. Like, I know what's up. Like, I see how his clients are, and they're so like, I need this right now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I can't put pressure on him
You
to
can't
come.
wait to take his last name to go smack these people around.
Just wait on me, you guys. It's just, I mean, bro, like, okay, look, I will say, if you are constantly working with him, I get it. But, you know, he's already so busy. He doesn't have time to sit here and, babe, do this and do that. And
he needs boundaries and he needs like a timeline.
that's why I'm like,
To all of Freddie's customers out there,
be nicer to Freddie.
She doesn't speak for Freddie. she does not speak for Freddie. Freddie's happy. Freddie's happy doing the work for you guys.
I mean, that's business though.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
you know what I mean? Sure. I don't blame them. I'm saying because he has to go through that already because these people, you know, they're his customers. Like, I'm not going to come and tell him I need this, and that for free. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're good to Freddie.
Yeah.
So wait, when's the wedding?
April 27th, 2024.
Oh, damn, 2 years.
A year and a half.
Okay.
In a couple months, it'll be a year and a half.
Oh, fun.
Look, it's far, but the best thing about it is that we are not in a rush.
Yeah.
And,
that's cool.
you know, I can take my time with everything and
it's nice to not have to like plan. You can chill for a little and then plan your wedding. Like.
Absolutely. Like, that's just, I mean, yeah, we have the engagement next year, so people won't forget we're engaged.
A reminder.
Just a little reminder. We're going to do the engagement next year. And, you know, I just feel like this, I know it's a long time, and a lot of people make me feel it. Like, I know it's a long time. But
one of my friends did it that way, and I feel like you can chill and enjoy your, like, and then you can
I feel like we're just going to have whatever it is, 2 years, like, of just gathering, like, the bridesmaids, the groomsmen, like, just hanging out, like, it's gonna be a fun time, you know, instead of it being rushed. We didn't have time to do this, we didn't have time to do that. It's okay, like, with me. We were originally gonna do fall next year, but I wanted, like, an April, like, spring wedding, so.
Yeah, are you gonna have, like, the most epic waffle station, like, the world has ever seen?
Believe it or not, I am not doing waffles on a stick for my wedding.
Why?
Because I bought a new machine specifically for this. I really wanted to launch this concept like sooner, but I want to be the first person to have this midnight stick.
Okay.
I have to team up with Yogurt To Go, by the way, for this. This isn't a one-man job, and they're the best frozen custard out there. I love them to death. But it is gonna be Waffle Way like related. It's just not gonna be, you know, on the stick.
Nice.
So, then from there we'll launch that and. You know, it'll be cool.
Amazing. We have 2 more questions for you before we get
started. I have
started.
one before you get into that.
Okay,
have you forgiven me yet for this feminist comment I made?
To be honest with you, every time I see you, that's all I think about.
What did he say? What did he say to you?
Listen,
this is what I have to look forward to.
I said to him that I'm a feminist.
Yeah.
And he's like, elaborate. Literally, he like hit me hard.
Listen, we have this documented. We can replay the tape.
He's
We're actually going to cut out that part of that episode, and we're going to put it in here.
And
then
we're
it's going to it's going to be verbatim,
okay.
word
in the
for
vault.
word. Yeah.
Listen, I felt attacked. I felt attacked, and I was just like.
I kind of set her up.
He did set me up. He really did. And you know what? You know what? It's my fault for not being prepared for that question after saying something like that. You have to be prepared. I learned from it, though. When you're going to say something to that extent, like, I'm a feminist, you better have, like, a backup.
When he said elaborate, were you just, like,
yeah,
not sure
I was just like, why'd you have to ask?
So did you prepare the answer now?
I didn't think he was going to bring me back to that.
You
Come on, girl.
I just think overall...
But everybody should have those conversations, right?
A feminist just believes in equal rights for women.
Equal rights for women. And I started thinking like that because I just feel like I've been taken advantage by a lot of grown men that I came to for help.
Yeah.
That I came to, hey, I'm starting my business. This is what I have.
Yeah.
How can you help me? Like, where, like, you know what I mean? I want to use this money that I have to the best that I can and get whatever I can out of it. And instead, I got nothing. And I got played. You know what I mean? It's just those.
But you got through it, which is a beautiful
I did.
thing.
I did. A lot of people tell me, hey, like, I've seen the shit you've gone through with your business. I'm surprised you're still going. And I'm like,
it's kick ass.
You got to make it. You got to get back up.
Yeah.
You really have to get back up.
You had 2 questions.
Oh, my 2 questions are, we love talking to you. We're definitely going to have you on again.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
You're super fun. So tell us about your challenges as being an entrepreneur in the Chaldean community. Maybe not with, like, the men stuff, but just in general.
Sure.
and then we'll have another question after.
Oh, before we quit that, or before we get into that,
Yeah.
and don't forget what she asked you, unless
Sure.
you want to
No,
ask
I
it again.
remember.
Talk about your podcast idea.
Yes. I love the idea of podcasts. Like, I just love the chance for people to come out and just talk about, like, you know, that's the way people can express what they do and like things they've gone through and stuff. I want this podcast to be so comfortable for females to like just not exploit yourself, obviously, nothing like that, but just to be able to have a voice and opinions that you have that don't necessarily agree with the Chaldean community.
Okay, so you want it Chaldean focused? Or like Middle Eastern?
Not even, but I do want it to be a place for girls that are in our community to get those things out of their system. Like, I have a million things I would love to get out of my system, but this is your guys' show, so I'm gonna zip it for now. But I mean, because I feel like that, there's no way I'm the only person that feels that way, you know? And I want it, it's just gonna be me. I want to bring in different women, who, you know, even men that want to come on and say something or whatever. It's just, I want it to be a comfortable place for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many things that have just been, that are just not said that I feel like.
Well, that plays to the question I asked you. What were your challenges as like an entrepreneur in our community?
I will say, like I said, for our community, this is like a different, I want to say the biggest thing I struggled with was a lot of charities and organizations. I know this is not going to sound great, but a lot of charities and organizations that want free events.
Yeah.
Let me say why that is such a nuisance. And it's because, okay, let's say they have a gathering on a Saturday. It's a busy Saturday for me.
Yeah.
They're asking me to come for free. That's 2 of my girls I have to schedule to this event.
Yeah.
Not only that, I'm there to set up. When you do events for free, one thing I will tell you, they don't prepare for you. I will get there, no table, no area for us to set up, no room, no power. I'm here for free. You're running me late for the people who are actually paying me.
Wow, yeah.
You know what I mean? And to me, it's like, okay, you're doing these charities. Why do I have to come for free and give out my waffles for free to these people who are not struggling?
Yeah.
You know, these people donated, correct?
Yeah.
They donated.
Yeah.
But it's like, why do they need a free waffle for me? Tell me to go to a soup kitchen or something and go give out waffles.
True.
That makes sense.
Good point.
That makes sense. I will go
Good
do
point.
that. But for me to go give these people who are going home to $1 million houses free waffles when
That's so
if
true.
they donated, you guys can't take $200-300 out of those donations to pay my employees, to pay my costs. I don't owe you anything.
true.
I don't owe the community anything.
No.
And I feel like everyone needs to. I have these conversations with other vendors, but a lot of people won't speak up. Like, they won't say it. And to me, like, I just had to put my foot down with a lot of these people who just think they're entitled because, you know, we're running a business. We're not here they make you look really bad to not donate. I promise you they do.
How often do you get asked?
At least like 3-4 times a year, maybe more, but like some of them I really just do ignore. I'm not gonna lie, like I can't even.
That's your right
count.
as a business owner.
I'll check my schedule. Thank you for reaching out. I'll check my schedule. Send me some
I'm
more
not gonna lie, I
information.
really don't even get back at this point. It's just like because it's like if it's making me angry that you're asking, you're crossing a boundary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pick like 1 to 2 charities a year that are important to you. That's what philanthropy is. It's not like just always being free.
I agree 100%.
But I think she already said I think she already put it perfectly where if you're going to feed somebody for free, you might as well be somebody that needs
Yeah,
it.
you could respond. You
1000%.
could respond, I'm so sorry, we actually only serve like low income people for free.
Forget the dessert part. I have a waffle. Let me go feed these kids for free who actually need it, who are living in shelters.
Yeah.
Let me go get them breakfast, a waffle with some syrup. Like, why am I going to come give it to these people, honestly?
agree.
And I feel like everybody needs to be on the same page with that. You know, and...
Well, I think what the charity is thinking, and I don't know what they're thinking, but me as someone outside looking in, they're thinking that you come there, people sample the waffles, and then they hire you. So they're thinking that this is exposure for you.
Yeah.
That's all I'm.
That's fair.
Yeah.
They do throw that at me. Like, that is the first thing they say, this is exposure. And I'm like, well, I already turned down all these clients because I'm booked up for the rest of the year.
You don't need
exposure. I
exposure.
don't need it.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, oh, well, you know, this is just a really nice thing you could do for this. And you could really, I'm sorry, like a really nice thing you can do is take a couple $100 from those donations
Yeah.
just so I can pay my girls.
Yeah, it makes
You know what I mean?
I mean, because you're losing on an opportunity that you could have
Correct.
done, and
Yeah.
now
I only
you're,
have 4
doing that.
machines. One's broken now,
Yeah.
so I have 3 machines. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like I can't afford. I actually cannot afford to do a free event. But
Yeah.
like I said, if there's people who need it, I would love to do
Yeah,
that.
for sure. That's
I
that's
just-
nice.
You know what I
to
mean?
I like
choose
that.
your own.
I like that line of
On
thinking.
my
Plan to
terms,
be,
on my
yeah.
terms, 100%, and not where you come here at this time, you have to stay till
Yeah.
this. No.
I see what you're saying. Like, that's a challenge for you as a business owner because people expect you to do it.
Yeah, and if you don't,
Like churches, I'm sure.
I will say, it's actually, I've had a pretty good experience
Good.
with the churches that they pay.
I'm
They
sorry,
really
churches.
do. No, that's, it, you know what? That's, of course, like, I discount, of course, for them,
Yeah.
you know, just so we can get my costs
Yeah.
out of the way,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But it's like, it wasn't the churches, it's more the charities.
Okay.
It's just like,
Well, that's.
I know you guys want to say thank you to all these people
Yeah.
that donated, but like, it's not my job to tell them thank you for you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I think that's a very real stance and real statement, and I think a lot of people in your position in your businesses feel the same way, but don't.
I think they
That's a
should.
good point. I've thought
I think-
about, like, if you're a business in the Chaldean community, like, people just want things for free.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and like, you know, I mean, I'd rather do it for free for my family members. I
Yeah.
charge my own family.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So like,
Fair is
for me
fair.
to come, I know all these Chaldeans that are all at these events that they
Yeah.
don't. Okay, you guys are having 800 people. I know
Wow.
6 out of 800 people here because of
Right.
events
That's a
I've
lot of
done.
people.
What is this doing for me?
Right.
Yeah.
No,
You get what I'm
nothing.
saying?
No, it's not.
There's a meme going on or a thing going on that, like, if you don't pay your boys or you don't expect a discount at a regular store, why expect a discount?
1,000%. And I will
Yeah.
say,
Of course.
like, if my family is willing to pay above my costs, why
Yeah.
am I
for
gonna?
sure.
So true.
You know?
Okay, do you want to ask the last
Yes.
question?
You've heard it before.
Oh, yes.
But what does it mean to you to be Chaldean?
You had time to prepare from last time. I'm just kidding.
Did you
Totally
not
kidding.
remember this question? You were
No.
too hung up on that feminist thing
Yeah,
did?
I was
Okay.
like so hurt, I forgot. What does it mean to be? Okay, I could say this. The Chaldean community is very strong, and they're the reason why my business is where it is. Word of mouth in our community is like the best thing about our community.
Mhm.
It's just like you're bound to succeed in our community. That's why Chaldeans are like, you know, I hold us in the highest regards, because for us it's like we're able to build someone's business just by talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's really all I
Supportive.
can
For
say.
sure. Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
Very supportive.
Yeah, they
I
are
love
very
it.
supportive. I mean,
Yeah.
you have the people that you know personally aren't supportive, but
Yeah.
the people you don't know are the most supportive. You know what I mean?
Amazing. Well,
It's,
you're
it's really,
all.
really nice to sit down and talk to the very confident person that you've become.
Thank you. I feel like now I get to like be like the person I've always wanted to be, but I was like too like, you know, I just didn't feel like myself to like.
I think it's cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're such a great example of like
Thank
a
you.
Chaldean female entrepreneur, and you do multiple businesses, and you must be super hardworking, working all the time. So check out her business, Waffle Way. If you're a gamer, check her out on Twitch.
I also do mortgages. If
Mortgages
anyone needs one,
too.
breeze loans.
like a true
Breeze.
Chaldean.
Breeze loans, yes.
Do you have a breeze on you?
Breeze.
I do have a breeze on me.
Oh my god.
They said I can't work there unless I'm like, you can't, you know, it has to be breeze. So I'm just like, all right.
That's so funny. Well, like, comment, follow her, follow us, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching.